For anyone looking to invest in Bangalore's real estate, a name which is bound to crop up at the top of the list is, of course, Whitefield, a major suburb and an IT hotspot of the city. The launch of the next phase of the metro and improved connectivity via the ring road has raised another round of interest in this region. Lakshmi Sivadas gets you the lowdown on this micro market before you go rushing in.
What was once a major farming region is now a massive peripheral business district housing over 400 companies. That's East Bangalore's Whitefield for you, a region that has grown immensely since the 1990s to emerge as a strong competitor to Bangalore proper.
Whitefield is probably, another Bangalore, so to speak. It's got all the facilities that one would look for as a citizen of the township.
It's a new area, it's a developing area, you've got your social infrastructure. In fact, the rentals probably have gone up because there's this shortage of good residential places available on rent. So I would say if somebody is wanting to live in Bangalore, Whitefield is the place they should look at.
Whitefield possesses many attributes that lends itself to different types of development. The Whitefield Main Road is a major attraction for retail development across its entire stretch. The IT and ITES sector continues to grow strong, remaining the prime driver for office space development. This, coupled with the excitement over major infrastructure initiatives like Phase 2 of the metro, has seen residential demand skyrocketing. In fact, builders have begun to focus on high-end products in order to capitalize on the demand and earn higher margins.
We feel that there is certainly a gap in very high-quality residential development. That is what, as a group, we are trying to fill. So starting from the affordable housing, it has moved to premium housing. We moved to gated villa concepts, etc. So some of the concepts have actually been pioneering concepts.
Rising demand has also seen property prices in the area growing steadily from around 4,100 rupees in 2012 to nearly 4,800 rupees in 2014. Experts expect this trend to continue with an annualized growth of 10 to 15% going forward.
The price rise has been quite consistent over the last 3-4 years, but particularly if you see the last 6-7 quarters, it's a resident end-use oriented market, and therefore price volatility is not expected to be high. And mass affluent and high-end projects which are available, so there's a quite good variety here. So it's a good market to stay invested in, particularly if you have a horizon of about 5 to 6 years.
But with the good also comes the bad. Whitefield's rising popularity has resulted in severe stress on the existing infrastructure in the area.
Anybody wanting to travel into Whitefield, there are only two major routes that get into Whitefield. One is the Marathahalli route, and the other one is through the Krishnarajpuram road. Both these are choke points. The negatives I would put in is just the choke points, which is the infrastructure, which the government is doing what they can. With the metro coming in over the next 3 to 5 year horizon, I think this would be pretty much taken care of.
But even that is not guaranteed, especially considering the enormous delays Phase 1 of the metro saw. Apart from this, another sore point is that water supply in the area is limited, with major water lines and sewage and drainage systems still being developed. By all accounts, Whitefield is the place to be both for investors and home buyers. But for people investing in the area, the problems of stressed infrastructure and water systems are ones that should not and cannot be overlooked. In Bangalore, Lakshmi Sivadas, NDTV.